thought we'd do something fun where I don't warn you about the topic.
Okay.
I just throw a topic at you and see what happens. Aliens.
Oh. Welcome to Under the Sun podcast. I'm Aileeah.
And I'm Irene. Grab a cup of coffee and your comfiest sweats and join us every Monday as two best friends discuss everything from raising free-range gremlins to business and really everything under the sun.
Let's get started, and thanks for being here. We don't have to change this.
As it was just
This
kind of
doesn't work. This is not it. I thought this would listen.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine.
Guys, we're trying to be efficient and
I wear black all the time.
like we batch record our stuff because like it's just smart to
We have childcare.
Yeah.
What can we do?
We got to just knock them out. You
Yes.
know, not the kids, but like the podcast. So I was going to try to make it to where I look different and wear Jake's hat, but
That was great.
that was not it.
It's like a winter work hat. A million degrees in this basement.
Yeah. Yeah. How's it going?
Good.
Good. You look
So,
cute.
thanks.
You look different.
I did not even do my hair today. So hopefully there's not any weird
Looks
pieces
cute.
sticking out.
It looks cute.
Hey. Oh,
Whoa. Whoa. Relax. Don't have to throw things.
right.
That's so much better. I've been out of salt at my house and Irene has
Oh,
salt. And so I put it in here and like
no.
it literally is like it feels like an electrolyte drink.
Yeah. Yeah. You said Hy-Vee. Now I kind of want to go there. But it is hard to find good salt.
Yeah. And the last couple times I've been there, they've been out.
No.
Our
That's what we get for
That's what we get for promoting.
telling everybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have you tried the health food store across the street? They have a lot.
No.
They are closed probably right now.
Okay.
Maybe they close at 8, but they usually have it.
Okay. I'm just going to pop in and I have my first show back since postpartum
Yay!
coming up. This probably already happened.
I'm excited.
I'm excited. Like when I'm done rehearsing, I'm like, oh yeah, it'll be fun. I got this. Like I remember how to do it.
Yeah.
And then like a couple hours pass, I'm like, I don't remember how to play guitar chords at all. Oh my god.
Oh, you're gonna do
So,
great.
I never have really enjoyed the lead up.
Yeah.
I'm fine like 2 songs in. I'm like, oh yeah, this is fun. This is great.
Like riding a bike.
Yeah, but then it's the build up. No matter how big or small the show is, it's the exact same feeling of like, why did I do this?
Yeah. No. It's gonna be great. I thought we'd do something fun where I don't warn you about the topic.
Okay.
I just throw a topic at you and see what happens. So it might get crazy. You ready?
Yeah. What are we gonna call? Is it called the Pop-Up Podcast?
Temporarily till we find a
Or
better title.
do you guys have like a clever name of like rapid fire fiasco? I don't know.
That's fun. Yeah.
But I kind of wanted
It's a working
same
title.
letter, like
Yeah.
FFF or something, you know?
Yep.
Okay.
Aliens.
Oh.
It's a big topic because apparently now the powers that be say that there are aliens. And I have a lot of thoughts on it, and I know you have a lot of thoughts on it. So
Of course I have a lot of thoughts on it. If anybody on here follows me on Instagram knows that listen, call it conspiracies. That term was actually created by the CIA to discredit people who were onto them.
Yeah.
And like if you have done any research at all, which I doubt most people have, but you should, into like government websites that say they are manipulating the weather. Like they have chemtrails. Like it's a whole thing that has happened for a long time where they manipulate the weather. People are like, oh, that's crazy. Chemtrails aren't real. Like look up in the freaking sky and tell me that's natural. Like it's not. Okay, sorry. So but anyways, aliens.
Yes. Real or not real?
My perception of this has changed in the last couple of years. I think they're demons.
Okay.
Because, well, I don't know. So here's the thing. In the original translation, in the original Bible, it's in like Hebrew, Aramaic, and one other thing. What is it? Hebrew, Aramaic, and Greek. And in the translation in the KJV, which was the first whatever canonized version of the Bible, they put
I'm sweating to death. I'm gonna also be in the same outfit.
That's all right.
Carry on.
It says it was canonized and translated in the beginning. But a proper translation, and a lot of scholars and theologians have pointed this out, that it's not in the beginning, it's in a beginning.
Also the Jewish, like the main,
Yeah.
I can't think of the name of the main Jewish text.
Yeah.
Also says in a beginning.
I'm blanking on it. So that tells me like it's not just us, for one thing. Like this is a different conversation, but about like the oh shoot, I'm blanking
I'll find it.
The big guy, the big guys from the Bible. The giants. What are the giants called?
It's gone.
Oh my gosh, it's gone.
I'll find it.
My brain keeps singing the Queen song, Galileo. That is not accurate. Anyways,
Get tight. No, that's Goliath.
no, it's the oh shoot,
Nephilim.
Nephilim. Thank you. So like the Nephilim were here before us. So if
They
you
were
don't-
not humans.
They were not humans. They were giants.
Yep.
So technically, they would be aliens.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Are they real? Possibly, if we're talking in the sense of the Nephilim, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's in the sense of like, oh, from an outer space,
Like a green man.
type thing, no. I think there is a bigger conversation of demons being able to shapeshift and become skinwalkers. Like, and that's what it is. It's like,
Because there are angels unawares. So if the angels can do it, why not the flip
well,
side?
even I'm going to butcher it. There's a verse in the Bible that says like basically like it's a spiritual battle, and they're like something like they're walking like I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm
they're
butchering
among
it.
us.
They're among us.
Yeah.
Like, and it is there's like this video online of like this guy, he's getting mugged. Have you seen this?
No.
He's getting mugged, and like the guy has like a bat or whatever, and then the dude falls to the ground, but then out of the dude's body comes like this like
Ew, I hate
this
it.
this like figure.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, oh, guardian angel. I'm like, no, that dude is demon possessed. Like that is, I don't think that's an angel. Like,
Don't like it.
Yeah. So are they real alien life forms like green men? No. The Nephilim? Yeah. And demons? Yes.
Because the thought is, so stop this if you think it's getting too which way or whatever. I know you don't care, but you know.
Me?
Yes.
Me stop it? Okay.
But
Are you kidding me? Am I going to stop an alien conversation?
well, it's like, do we talk our real selves, or do we talk, hey, we have a podcast, there's people listening, but people want to listen to what we really have to say. So
honesty and genuine personality and thoughts. Like,
yeah.
I'm not saying we'll never change our minds,
Right.
because like I have changed my mind a lot
Literally no way we're going to know for sure
until
we're dead.
like this side of heaven, we won't know.
Yeah, no.
And like, if the government says it's real, I'm going to confidently say it's not real.
Yeah.
They suck.
So growing up the way that we did, it was always the thought, which I guess I thought too, but only because it had been said to me, and I just kind of regurgitated it once when Jacob and I were having this conversation on a road trip. But it's like, are aliens real? And the answer is no, because then Jesus would have to die for them too, which that is limiting the power of God and Jesus. Like, okay, so if there is a planet with another species on it, who's to say that they've ever sinned? Who's to say like what? Like that's Adam and Eve's thing. Yeah. So Jesus wouldn't have to die for the universe. He would just have to die for this planet of these people that have sinned. So there's that thought. Because Jake was one that he's like, but would he have? What if this planet over here is like snails and they've never sinned before, but they're technically aliens that live on this planet? And then so there's that thought. Then there's the thought of when the Antichrist comes, it says that there will be one person to unite the world. And in my young childhood brain, I thought, oh, that's going to be scary to not know who's the Antichrist, because like surely the world's going to be kind to each other. And the older I get, the more I'm like, there is nothing that I can think of on this earth that's going to, like, there is not going to be a man, because it says there's going to be a man, quote unquote, to unite. That's the Antichrist. And there's not going to be a man on this planet that everybody is going to be in line with. So then Jacob and I were talking the other day that the only thing that could scare a majority of the people into that is an alien life form, quote unquote, coming to Earth is probably the only thing that could scare everyone enough into like uniting. So all this thought of like aliens are real. So it's like, okay, well, if an alien comes to Earth, I'm not going to be excited. I'm going to be terrified that it's the Antichrist. So that was,
Yeah.
because what else could possibly make two such separate thought patterns of people semi-unite other than like a war with another species or false peace from another species?
I think that what you said right there, false peace from another species or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Like, oh, just do this and
The
everyone will get
Antichrist is
along.
going to try to convince, and really, Christians need to be ready and stand firm of like, nope, that's not what I'm called to do. Nope, Christians love to say like, oh, but like, you have to love like Jesus. Like, yeah, but,
He also flipped tables in anger.
He did. And this is an argument that happens a lot in this climate, in these days, where it's like, oh, well, Jesus sat with the sinners and blah, blah, and you know, like, and just loved them. I'm like, actually, no, he didn't. He ate dinner with them to call them to repentance and say, hey, what you're doing is wrong.
Yeah.
He didn't say, oh, if you want to, I'm an accepting Jesus. It's like, actually, no, we're actually called to repent of all of our crap.
Yeah.
And that being said, like, we are so quick to bring it back to supplements. Like, we're so quick to be like, oh, this one pill will save us, or this one thing is going to save us. It's like, actually, nothing is going to save us. We're in a fallen world. Like, it's actually, to me, it's freeing to be like, we will never be perfect on this world. We will
do our best with what we've got.
And we just have to like do the next right thing. Like, and try to be as Christ-like as possible.
Which is, yes, being kind to people, but that doesn't mean you have to accept every situation that comes about.
Yeah. But aliens,
So there could be, there could not be, we don't know. But also, if you think about how many like billions of galaxies, stars, everything, how conceited of us per se to think that God only wanted one planet with people. Like, if God is this all-powerful, mighty being who just wants conversation with people and us to have a relationship with him, why make one planet with one set of people? Like, if you're that powerful, but again, we'll never know. It's just fun conversation that we like to have on road trips when it's dark and there's stars out. But
here's the thing though.
What if there's a planet way over there that has people that are not like us?
Here's the question though.
But we'll never know.
Here's the question. Here's my pop-up.
Yes.
What if there isn't more?
I don't believe it.
What if there's no more galaxies? What if there aren't additional planets?
I don't think I'd believe it.
Really?
No.
Cause like, here's my secondary comment. Do you think the moon landing happened?
No.
Okay. If they're like, I'm just a little sus about all things.
Yeah.
Space.
Yeah.
And honestly, ocean. Both freaking scary and confusing.
Terrifying. The ocean is terrifying.
Well, okay, so all right, let's just keep going. Dave and I were talking about sirens.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
Okay. Because we're about to go on a cruise.
Oh, great.
And we were talking about, he was like, what the fuck is going on? And I was like, no, like, so seriously, like, what if we're like, you know, what if we go on a date night and like, you know, Leah was with, you know, grandma and grandpa or with you guys. I'm like, what if we go on and then we see sirens? He's like, I was like, what would you think? And he's like, what are you talking about?
Could have seen Dave's face during this conversation.
That Instagram reel that's like, do you ever think the wind is trying to tell us something? It's like, I just want you to stop saying odd stuff. That is Dave and I's relationship.
Yeah.
But I was like, do you think they're real? And he's like, are you asking if like mermaids are real? And then with this whole conversation about mermaids. And I was like, no, like, and it got into basically like, I think sirens are demons because who says that demons have to walk among the earth? Yeah. Like on land. Yeah. Like that they can't manipulate water. Yeah. Too. Because they have gifts. Yeah. That the angels have.
Because I think in this day and age with how creepy AI is, Because like, remember those little, you've heard those little Tic Tac things that are popping up out of the ocean?
What?
How have you not heard of that?
No.
So there's these little like Tic Tac shaped vessels that sailors and pilots, I think, have been seeing just pop up out of nowhere in the middle of the ocean. And they just kind of hover, and there'll be like clusters of them. Sometimes it's just one, and they're called like you can Google. It's like they're called like the Tic Tac something. And for one, I'm like, okay, but is that the news saying that to scare us? I'm never going to believe it unless I don't want to see it, because I just would rather live in my peaceful this line of the veil's bubble. But like, unless I saw it out in the middle of the ocean, I'm not going to believe it, because I can take your face, scan your face, and then have my body there and make your face say whatever I want with your voice. So I'm not going to believe anything I see, but it's just fun to speculate, because Jacob and I are not really dead set serious on one thing or another, because that's what I like. We're on the same page where unless we physically see it with our own eyes, then how do I know what to believe?
It's even hard though when you see it with your own eyes, because AI has become so powerful. The average person doesn't even realize how powerful it's become. Yeah. Like so in the last episode I said, hey, I'm going to be reading my phone a lot. Mm-hmm. And I had the thought of saying like, but you know, if we paid that extra AI, like basically I could start the clip as long as I'm looking like this and I can show it one blink. Yeah. I can look down at my phone the rest of the recording and it will it'll artificially make my eyes look at the camera the whole time. Yeah. And there's a software we use called Descript that, you know, writes out the text for our shorts and stuff. Mm-hmm. And they have it where you can label, like if they have enough audio samples of your voice, if I say something off, which if we say something off, I just put it in there because we're real people. Right. But I could say, like, if I said, oh, darn it, and I wanted to say, oh, damn it, I could type the word damn and it will fill that in. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's creepy. It's just creepy. Yeah. Very creepy. Okay. Wow. So yeah, and have fun looking up the Tic Tac things tonight as we're going out into the wild ocean. The ocean does freak me out.
Yeah. It's terrifying. Like it was borderline petrifying. You get over it, but like the first night, borderline petrifying without kids, gonna be scared to death the whole trip. Gonna have a blast. And we're gonna make the best of it. But I'm gonna be a little terrified the whole time.
But what's great though is that we all know where we're going. Yes. Like if worse gets to worse, like it's terrible. But like, do you think other people prep for the vacations talking about going?
No, but I mean, we did just drive from Wyoming in the dark, in the mountains, looking at all these weird things. And man,
did Jacob show you the orb?
What orb? Maybe
in the photos.
He shows me a lot of things. Oh yeah.
So
he shows me a lot of things.
Couple things. Let me back up. You asked about aliens.
Yes,
I do remember when we were driving back and forth from when we go Florida to Illinois. One time, Dad and I were driving back. I think my other sister was in the back seat. We had like a car full of stuff because I think we just decided to move here. To my dismay. And I remember like seeing something in the sky that was not an airplane. Like it was like circular happening. Could have been a dream, but like if it was a dream. Yeah. Dad didn't say anything, but we were both looking at it and it was like a mutual understanding of like, we just don't talk about it. Like, it was just weird.
Have you asked him?
No.
As an adult now?
I should.
You should.
But
ask him on the boat when we're all freaked out and like scared to go to bed.
Yeah. Well, I would love to have Dad on the podcast to talk about it because he has an interesting worldview of it because he was raised Catholic and was like, you know, a party animal and then got saved and then was a pastor and it's very conspiratorial, but like he just, what that means to me is he actually does his own research and doesn't just listen to the news. Yeah.
Also, though, your dad has read the Book of Enoch, which
I want to read it.
I don't want to read it.
Why?
Because I'm never going to have an answer. And I personally don't. Jacob keeps trying to get me to read it. I don't think I need that kind of.
I think if we were in a different stress place.
Like what good is me reading the Book of Enoch? Because then I'm just like, it's not going to change the course of my life.
It could.
Per se.
It could change your mindset about something. Like you don't know how God's going to speak to you through the Book of Enoch.
It might, but like also I've got 56 other books. I'll just keep reading those.
Yeah. But anyways, we were driving home from Wyoming and I remember the spot because I was like, oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. And you guys were probably getting so annoyed because we kept stopping to take photos, which I'm still going through, and they're gorgeous photos. Like I'm going to have some printed and put in our house.
Yay.
But like I'm taking a photo of Jacob and Dave. I was like, oh, like it's kind of towards the end of the trip. Technically, this trip is for you guys and your YouTube channel. So like, let's get a photo of you two together with the beautiful mountains in the background. We were on an Indian reservation, and I'm taking a photo, and it's on shutter, like a high, what's the word I'm looking for? Like a high speed continuous shot,
like good for dark.
So like, well, right? no, like I take a shot and it takes multiple.
Okay,
because I'm a chronic overshooter because I have anxiety that I'll miss the moment.
Yeah,
and so, I hit it and like all of a sudden like this like white little thing like pops up and then goes away, and it's not a freaking ladybug, not ladybug. What am I looking for?
June bug.
Whatever.
No, it's like a digital. It's if you zoom in, it looks like a digital light of some sort.
Yeah. So I don't know. There's that too.
Yeah.
But I'm like, what is that?
I don't know.
It looks weird.
Yeah.
Could be.
Yeah. Anyways, that was it. It's just a lot of thoughts because like I'm never gonna know the answer, but it's fun to think of what and where, and I don't know. I almost like how sad to think we'd be the only planet out there with life, but also we'll never.
But
know.
it's not the only.
We'll never
I guess
know.
the only planet with life, but we have so many forms of life.
Yes,
it's pretty incredible.
Anyways, there's no answer to that. There is no ending to this podcast. It's mostly just conversations I have with Jacob, and I was like, I'm going to ask Aileeah on a podcast.
Okay. I hope I answered adequately.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah. But I don't
honestly,
think I would be excited if an alien also. Well, for one, I wouldn't believe it. I'd be like, okay,
have you ever looked up Project Bluebeam?
But also, no. I don't
go to like the
believe it.
.gov website.
Yeah,
Project Bluebeam, and they can very easily project what looks like an alien invasion. They can. It's like a hologram. Like it is so accurate, and they've been doing it for years.
Yeah. Again, I don't think I'd believe anything unless I saw it with my own eyes. And even then.
Yeah. And if the news is saying it's real, it's not real.
No.
Honestly.
And do you want to look over here so I can punch you in the face over here?
Yeah, seriously. Or like, hey, look over here so these people, when they get arrested, you don't notice.
Anyways, that's all. Welcome to this podcast. Sorry if you hate us, but you're already here, so.
Suck it. Bye, guys.
Bye. Thanks for being with us today. Follow us on Instagram at @underthesun_podcast. We'd love to meet you.
Please help us out by subscribing on YouTube and leaving a review on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. We'll see you next time. Please remember this information is made available to you for informational and educational purposes only. It is in no way a substitute for medical advice.